Okay, so if you have been following me, you know I've been asking on TikTok, hey, I'm drawing anime these days. Who should I draw next? And guess what? The first ever comment I got wasn't even from an anime fan. It was a gamer. And the character name? Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. Not an enemy, but since it was my first ever request, I gave it a try. I'll be honest, I had no idea who Leon was, so naturally, I looked him up, and turns out he's not just any guy, he's literally out there saving people from zombies while looking like a total badass. For those of you who don't know, Resident Evil is a survivor horror series where you fight through viruses, bioweapons, and all kind of weird creatures. And Leon is one of the main heroes of the whole thing. So basically, Leon equals scary, hot, and deadly. So after seeing that, I looked up for some references on Pinterest and I came up with this one, a different angle from which I usually draw my anime characters. And that's exactly what I loved about this reference. And let me tell you, this pose, well, it was not easy. He has got this side profile plus dramatic angle and a very muscular arm. Also, the details on these gloves are crazy. But I took it as a challenge for my first ever gaming series character. So I begin with the outline, slowly building up the proportions. The gesture of his hands in the image looks like he is about to block a punch. Not just any punch, but a huge one. Like always, I haven't recorded the sketching part. I always have been telling it's too hectic for me that the camera literally stares at me when I'm trying to get the proportions right. Like always, I used a 0.3 mm fine liner for the main outlines. Then I'll be switching to sign paints for thicker lines. I have developed a liking for sign paints. They are so smooth compared to the fine liners, and in this drawing where the outlines are thicker, they worked perfectly fine for me. Let me just speed up the video while I finish my line art for this drawing, then we'll move to coloring. And don't ever forget to erase the pencil mark with your eraser, else it will look really messy. Since I could not find any sets in my alcohol marker set that matched his hair, I'm using pencil colors. So I'm planning to use pencil color on his hair and do the rest of the body with my alcohol markers. Since he had a lot of thin hair strands, I have to be really precise about the coloring process on this one. I started by simply going lightly over the hair at first and then come back for the darker areas where I pressed my pencil color a bit hard. Okay, we're diving into the coloring phase now and starting off with his hair. I'm using a warm brown set that matches Leon's light brown Blondies 5. At first, I had this genius plan to lightly set everything and then come back later to build up the darker parts, but the texture was not texturing. It looked weird, like patchy old carpet weird. So, change of plan, we're going dark. Moving on to his face now, I am using my usual technique here. Base layer first, then blend it softly with white pencil. After that, I'll go back to build shadows by pressing the same color but a bit harder. It's like contouring but for anime boys. Oops, sorry, gaming boys. because Leon has got those intense chiseled features, and don't even get me started on those muscular arms. I made sure to add shadows on his fingers and hands too. I mean, this man looks like he bench presses zombies for breakfast. I don't know if I should be a huge fan of his muscular arms or be scared. Anyway, now comes his t-shirt. This time, instead of doing my usual light layer then shadow build up, I decided to switch things up. I went straight in with the dark first. It feels kinda risky at first, but I liked how dramatic the shadows turned out. Next up, the gloves. The most difficult part, but the most interesting one. All the little shiny bits, shadows, and folds, it was like solving a visual puzzle, but also the most fun to draw. I mean, they look so cool now. I'm even considering buying a pair like that just to dramatically open doors. What do you think? Oh, and remember how I was not loving the hair earlier? Yeah, I went in with sign pen and added the juicy highlights. And suddenly, I really like how it turned out. And finally, we have come back to finish the t-shirt with the deep dark blue. It's the same shade I used for Ghetto's clothes. I really love this shade. Now let's speed things up a little bit. Thanks for sticking around till the end. This was my first ever gaming series character drawing, and definitely not the last. Let me know who should I draw next in the comments below. See you in the next art adventure. Bye!